That's a real flusher moment there. No doubt about it.
Whereas Vitality on the other side, winning nearly 60% of their pistol rounds.
Okay, we got Talon on defense, we got Vitality on attack, and like we said, raid boss for Primi buys armor, gets dropped Ghost.
Let's see if that raw firepower of Primi is enough to carry them over the line, or will it be those set ideas that Vitality have coming into it? Early on, you're seeing it. Vitality posture over towards the
This is nice from Talon. So again, Talon have no info sentinel. So they pretty much have to go aggro A every single time. Like if Vitality want to have a good game plan, and I've been very critical of their game plans because their game plans have not been good so far in champs. They have to try and get out towards A. Because you've got no info sentinel. As soon as you go to A, create pressure over towards door, that's when you can start creating question marks, right? A leads to 3 avenues where you can create pressure. And so against no info sentinel, Talon are going to be going aggro A pretty much every round. But a lot of this game is going to be about A at the beginning of the round.
Out utility here, and they still have nearly full breach util and paranoia and horn and boombot. Vitality are winning the utility game right now.
Losing the map control game. Jitpoise though, Jiggle P gets the info, needs to back away here with a paranoia to bail himself out, even go for the swing himself. Tagged up with a few stray bullets. Does need to play for his life here.
Yeah, he's done good. Okay, the instant callback over towards B is nice. We've got 2 people here.
Just 20 seconds left. This is going into
Primi has a smoke, but
online here, but with Primi dropped, it's all
didn't know exactly where the pressure was, so didn't feel comfortable to use it. Shout out to Runner.
For the rest of his team with that 3-piece. Now it comes down to these individual moments. Jitpoise.
Oh, he actually did really good, man.
2, not going to be enough.
Dave's only 1 HP, kind of doable because of that.
Kicks and treks, but you've got to think that discipline, Vitality, yeah, contact from Trex, and if he didn't win it out, there's plenty more players where that came from.
Keep an eye on the pistols.
Pistol round, keeping it going here.
I'd tell you what I did like here. As soon as they saw that smoke and they realized that the Omen was running back towards A, that was an instant call to go B.
They're trying to work out every piece of that defensive utility before they go into the site exec. Was it slightly worrying because they had little time left on the clock? Yes. But if
I think it was too bad. I think it looked kind of comfy.
Then it's still going to be very successful for Vitality. That raw individualism.
Here we go, 1 of each.
Value there for Talon. And Vitality.
We're allowed 1 death.
Weaponry, Vandal, Phantom, looking to bring that into their bonus round. Another reason why Vitality.
And I like this though. This makes the most sense, especially who has the guns makes the most sense. These 2 are the most likely to be going in. We've got 2 people saying safe in the backline. We've got 1 person that's info gathering with the ghost. Like right now from Vitality, everything's making sense. Everything is good.
Very strong on this map too. So Talon, while this map has been good for them since adding Primi, and Primi on the Clove will give you big moments. You just have to wait and watch. He's much better, in my opinion, in that second in position rather than the entry, where he can trade out his teammates so consistently. So Talon are going to feel comfortable here, but Sender's calling on attack side. He's going to look to pick them to pieces.
It's a nice and early plan here for Vitality. There shouldn't be too much danger here for them. Stack of Talon did not pay off.
Yeah, who's gonna be hunting for their ult? It should be Kicks. So at one point I would like to see this happen, like one of these guns transferred over. The problem is that I mean, good news is Kicks is close. Bad news is he doesn't have the right gun to like be able to hunt properly. Okay, they switch out. Kicks is now on the hunt.
Showstopper is still going to be a really big tool that both teams rely on their attack side, but for Vitality,
so far from Vitality, everything's been perfect.
Double initiator look on Lotus. Where it's supposed to succeed on the defense side is by playing a lot of these heavy retakes. Use plant denial and then retakes to be able to build up strong defense.
Okay, nicely done from Talon though, really. They didn't give him too much. And considering how close Kicks was, I think that is the right call. Like 3-4 extra deaths on this, it's a nightmare.
Is for Talon to make sure that Vitality do not snowball out of control. This is a big round for Talon to try to win so that they can
okay, bonus is good, and straight away we see the Odin coming out, because Talon have to take aggro over towards A. One of the better things is the Odin to do this. Constant spam means it's hard to get through the, like that. Constant spam means it's hard to get through the choke point, and it means that it's hard to kind of get past this line. That's the fastest melt I've ever seen from Odin, though. He's really got his lineup down.
You see that from quite a few teams. But you're right, doesn't normally end in a kill. Vandal, not wasted. Safe gets that one back. Very, very far away from a showstopper. Not even a single point gained for Safe there on that attack side. So it's going to be looking like building up towards that Rolling Thunder instead.
Yeah, it looks like they've been on the server a little bit for that, because that was by far the fastest we've seen.
Down at a moment's notice, and they do have this insert. Now a nade over towards B as well. It's posturing occurring, trying to pull these players away to potentially...
This is nice still from Vitality, though. I know they're a man down, it's not their fault, but this whole round was really good. Right? We have someone die over towards here. We go over towards C, we insert one into the corner. Yeah, and then we create pressure over towards B. That caused the rotate to go out, and then this guy can take some space. This was an awesome round, dude. Vitality look incredible right now. Three rounds where...
You see that
they've done literally like everything perfect in my opinion.
On the fly either way. A bit of C pressure, break the barrier mesh as soon as it's placed, and get Sender deep. Talon don't really have that protocol to re-clear through water.
That's a really nice
It was so nice.
He's just there perfectly. There was not much that Ban can do to think about that.
Yeah.
Unless he's got teammates with him that are willing to flush that out. Both teams should start to get ideas about this kind of stuff, and maybe it'll force Talon to...
They've done their homework? Yeah, maybe. Maybe they've definitely done their homework. I mean, even just the way they're playing is just like how traditional rotates would go anyway.
These guns need to be held into the next if you are Talon.
You're probably right also, but... like this should work against most of them, and they get the gun out here. How did they not hit the TP? Did something happen before this? Was it util at the same time?
Straight off the rip, no value gained from his death, just a straight up.
It looks like they didn't know about the TP.
That people were expecting to see.
They fade horn and then TP at the same time.
Into the tournament,
right out the gates.
Exactly. If they can,
and they were shooting as well.
They will start to flip people's perspective of how the team's performing, because it was a big shock to a lot of people that they ended up going down to Trace early.
And of course, you know, I mean, they were peaking at the right times in EMEA regionally, making it all the way to the finals.
Even with a role change too, right? They had to recover their season. A lot of people thinking that Vitality would be a great team, really good rookie signings. They didn't do much for the first half of the year, and they recovered that by putting Safe back onto Duelist, swapping up a few of their roles, making a coaching change. And for them to go out in groups today would be devastating for these guys.
No, truly. The expectations are much higher. But for both teams as well, I think the expectations that they've set for themselves are quite high, as we were talking about, you know, that willpower and nerves coming into effect. Frost has very high expectations. He felt like that he should have won that map or match against Leviathan initially.
No pressure elsewhere on the map, so they go for a stack. Might be the first time where Vitality is going to like mess up.
Of the game where
they kind of need someone to prod a little bit, and it looks like Runner's done the best thing ever. Over towards B control, once they hear no pressure from anyone pushing, so now they can actually pivot over towards B, especially as they hear everyone on A. Say everyone, I only know about one.
Incredibly cautious by them.
Bro, the cooling right now is great, man.
They're making sure they can use full usage of the time.
Rex,
they have sniffed out the successful A stack, so get the plant down safely over towards B as well. If they can string together a couple of more of these kills, it would be ideal for them. Ban's still alive and kicking. Off to the side here, but they've got most areas locked down.
It's a big buy round here. If this time gets a little bit low, I would be so fine with kicks just running at them.
There should be a very standard job just to clean up these last players.
I'm not sure the governor's even...
I would now hide from this guy and just let kicks run at him.
Odin would be a priority, but he's got no chance.
Yeah, okay. They maybe could have handled it a little bit better, but the good news is they got the gun out of them and no one goes down. We got so much money. 8K, 7K, 7K, 5 and basically 5 as well.
Incredibly early tack time.
I was about to wonder, when was it going to come out, because... I think the calling has just been, as you mentioned, it's
okay.
It's
well,
stellar,
so
despite the fact that Vitality have been
all they're going to talk about here is literally just they still need to keep going aggro over towards A.
Managed to navigate their way through,
and then they're just faking all the time. They might.
The straight up game if you just sit back.
They might go aggro C as well after, but
you're clearly getting out.
It just needs to not rotate. They just need to stick 2-2.
So,
Like they go aggro over towards A and they just gotta stick 2-2.
Look to go for some of these
instead of rotating. Sometimes they have like a.
Yes, it didn't
sometimes
work
in what should be a 2-2-1, they have like one guy from each like floating in between, so it ends up being like a 3-1-1 and one of them's weak. The Saboteur with the tier 1, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
You already know what happens when you just sit back passively.
Roster's yapping, yeah.
Got to change something up.
That's good though. It's a good sign. His timeouts have actually been really good. Like throughout the Pacific season, and I know that like he has a lot of haters because he's relatively loud, and he says like a lot of crazy stuff, even sometimes I don't agree with for sure. But timeout wise, if we're just looking, like if we ignore all of the noise, his timeouts have been really good.
Fail to meet it fairly often, which is harsh.
It is harsh, yeah. With inexperienced players, sometimes, listen, a bit of coddling doesn't go amiss. But here we're going to see a bit of an explosive fight over towards A rubble. Both of these teams gearing up like they want to try and clash here with a fault line. Signaling quite a lot with the TP across. Sees connects.
Damn, the timing on that is incredible. Nade goes down fast, and just on the explosion, you get the tether going in, so you get the minus of the damage. Probably the best execution we've seen of that since like P1 at the beginning of this year. Wait, why are we jittering out here? Is that my stream?
Runner almost adjusting in time, but this is a massive advantage now for Talon. It's all about not squandering it and letting it slip, because Vitality already making calls of their own. The contact plays creeping and crawling up through and around here. Governor spotting it. Satchel is nice.
They both had the same reaction. There's a giant kill from Trex though getting that. Jitboy's now has to get one.
He needs some help and support. Governor up and over the shoulder from that high ground. Trex with a beautiful shot. Lands it, nails it, and he wants even more, but a showstopper earned and will get a kill. Dropping Trex in the process. Kicks that last one left. Offered these easy 1v1s, and he's brought it to that 1v2. Plan will get the ult online.
Another spot where Ban and Primi probably need to be getting a little active, pushing forwards, catching kicks as he goes for the plant.
There's such good timing on him.
Already right from behind. There's the backstab. Talon. They don't want to let that one
very nice
slip.
for Talon.
The beginning of that round when they get off
very,
to
very
such
nice.
a good
Just
start,
late punish over
kills.
toward. Well, I say
That's
late punish, but it's just a
tag
punish over
timeout.
towards
Good
A.
adjustment coming off the back of it. It's exactly what we were talking about. Instead of sitting passively on the site,
they have to get something over towards here. This nade tether timing is like insane though. This is the main thing that teams do wrong when they do this over towards here. They always do like, when teams are thinking about this, and there's two different variations of like the C's nade. Because there's the C's nade over towards B, where it's like you want to do the C's kind of a little bit earlier just to catch them in this area, and then the nade can go deep. So that's more the C's that is for like positioning. And then you got this C's here, which is like purely for the damage, right? So it's nade fast, then as it's exploding, C's comes in. So it doesn't matter about like positioning. And that's what teams get wrong. They'll always do like their C's nade. They always do their C's really early to like keep them in position. But you have so much room here that it doesn't matter about position. That's the one thing that really annoys me when I try to see teams do it. P1 have it down probably the best out of any team. Looks like Talon have learned from it.
At least from the prior round, so Kicks is holding on to this roll in front of.
Dude, this guy is everywhere, man, and this is the problem with having no info sentinel. I also like the change up from Vitality once we lose one round wins to start hitting over towards sites. It's sick from them.
Unlikely contender, still wants a tango. The paranoia is good, excellent in fact. And the kills are being primed up.
Hey, and we all out over towards here, and they can't hear it because of the fatal.
We'll not be able to be stuck. And look at this from Sender is working magic. Miracles across the map, making it so damn uncertain. Still down now.
Can they win it though?
The one player, it's Kicks, time running so damn short. It's got to be.
Oh, that is not the gun for this.
Shorty out, but already the round is won.
Okay, nicely done. Dude, this has been so good from Vitality right now. Shout out to Sender. Sender did everything really good. Trex's ult was really nice as well. Like the on-the-fly idea with the ult as well was incredible.
Save goes down early on,
great rounds. And I like just the change up of pace as well.
Talon, you can see, are not as aware of some of the other teams about the shortfalls of the Deadlock comp. Love this syncing the Omen ult with the Fade ult, so there's no noise cues. Beautiful stuff. Sender again,
Yeah,
the
and this was like
one
of the first times
the flaws of how Talon
we've
are playing
seen
their defense.
them kind of exploit the no info sentinel as well, just walking straight over towards C. Insta reset as well. That's what we need to talk about. They have an insta reset. That's why we got literally nothing. Of people with classics.
In my opinion, one of their best maps, if not the best map for them.
And kind of low down in Talon's map pool as well. So the choices for Talon today to ban were Icebox or Sunset. They went for Icebox. So if Talon are able to win here and win on Bind, it's a very winnable series for them. It really is. But at the moment, underperforming their expectations, their standard.
Going for that 3-peak.
Okay, yeah, Ban's had enough, man. He's just starting to get info. He's kind of been wrecked twice from info, right? We had the TP early, we had the luck through, and he's had enough, man. He's swinging. He's also got the hero gun, so he's just more than allowed to do this.
Rotate still comes through to 5-stack on C, leaving all the rest of the map open. I think that's a mistake. Well, they'll be rewarded.
Speaking of mistakes.
Mistakes, man. Safe is almost getting crushed in the hydraulics of the map.
And he's played a really bad game so far. I'm not just talking about the scoreboard. There have been so many moments where Safe is
and he's given him a gun as well. Oh boy, it's an up. Oh, wait. Really? Primy didn't see him. Oh boy.
All sorts of footsteps.
Wait,
what's going on with the macro play here? The fast flank of Talon.
Do they now go C?
I mean, listen, understatement to say that they've lost all map control here. To plant down onto the B site. Flanks on flanks.
It's really weird, man. I mean, they're not going to expect this past him, but he has to open the door.
The Nightfall committed as well.
And that gives you so much info, though. It doesn't hit anyone.
Fully avoided out wide.
Talon's like, okay, there's nobody on B.
Yeah, the good news is it's like a pretty good plant for these guys at spawn.
Playing this one for the post. What have they got for it? Sees, flying, but dodged. After shot.
Oh, trying to seize breach damage.
It's nasty. No kill annihilation. Now popped off Talon. Going for the stick here and covering through these smokes as well. A bit of spam will save them.
Oh my.
And they're all lining up for it. My goodness.
God, look at the HPs.
Talon have got to bring this
holy, the HPs are so low.
The weaponry
that was nice, man. Their plan was really good here. They used their util well. They had a good crossfire.
They are getting away with so much.
Dude, they're doing great, man. So
I think the adjustment to try to fight more in the early round is actually working for Talon. It's another round. I think where
Trex, mate. Trex is incredible, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big advantage.
They picked off Sender. They picked off Safe. Yeah, it was a 5v3 again. And yeah, the weaponry's not that great. And the plant position is awkward to deal with.
Yeah, the plant's great.
Decision-making is leaving me scratching my head.
It's real strange. Again, another least clash over
it's still like a pretty good eco from Talon to get it into that situation.
It very early on. Talon get that space.
Oh, look at this change-up, man. Trex is just way too confident.
Pre-aim with the bullets.
With the smoke invested as well, it's the same thing, pulling the rotates out so that now they can hit over towards a free site. Dude, Talon gotta change something up. Do you know what I'd honestly do? I would go 3 aggro A and I would fight C at this point. Like, I would just fight both. Just leave B no matter what. Just accept it.
Spray down, Sender. That was a messy one. Still granted that kill. They need a few more where that came from. Still sitting with that.
At least once you set up and you realize they're not going aggro A, this guy can instantly get to this line. They retake. Sure, man. Dude, Trex is just making all of these rounds so easy for them.
Notice, cruise and ban. A lot to do in this spot. Time ticking away. You can hear it, the spike, and this is going to become a problem. And the call is made already. They're just backing away. Got to save some of these guns. But this is a brutal, brutal beginning for Talon, as we've already mentioned. The map pool, when you zoom out, Sunset, it's not one what they're favored on. If they go down early into this series, I mean, where do they win?
I mean, and this is tragic, the way that it's slipping away from Talon. It's another 5v3, Brent.
Yeah.
Another one. That's 3 in a row.
The player advantage is you cannot be dropping them like this.
Especially when Safe is not winning his duels. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard, 2 and 4. Kicks died getting the plant down. Safe
Jesus, look at him go, man.
A duel that's pretty reasonable.
Insta-headshotting people.
Can't get it. And you fumble the 5v3
He is insta-headshotting people. Ewok again, thank you so much, man. Good to see you, dude. Hope everything's going well. Thank you for the 10 months. Had the Saboteur as well for the 10 months also. Thank you so much.
These Vitality players. Safe's almost dropped.
Another round where Safe's very weak and is going to struggle to get value. Another team flash from Vitality.
It flustered from both of these teams, but now there's going to be a fight taken with the shot.
Wait, the Omen flash is pretty sick.
No kills to be found. Any sort of damage as well, but it might be.
No, Sender went for a lunatic play.
Give him another one and then win the 3v5 again. Apparently, there need to be 2 sacrifices in order for Vitality
He was
to
so
win the
sure
round.
that the Razor was
Blood for the blood god.
on him.
They're going back over towards C here. This is where the barrier mesh was laid down early on. That is going to be expiring at some point, but Ban's trying to keep that timing in the back of his head. He can hear the shots now too, so he knows for probably the first time that Vitality are looking to end C.
They're in the fight here. Gravida's going to be held.
At the same time, they actually have opportunities to go back to Runner. You know, they're not full committed to C right now.
Might be soon. Sensors at their back. Kicks needs to be careful of overstepping himself. He's pulled out a lot of that util from the Talon players. And players
they're looking
as well.
to go B. Look at the spot that Runner's got himself into.
Okay.
It's difficult, though, for Safe to get in here. Even with Showstopper, he's so weak.
Cruiser spam could make all the difference. Trex is firing.
This guy's way too good right now.
Potentially there, but
He cannot be playing like this, man. It's too much.
Sitting into the fight. Now, damage still done to these Vitality players, but at least they're into the post-plant themselves. And the Neuro Theft lighting up most of them. Talon feeling uncertain, shaky territory. Even with the Nightfall as well, catching. Noise cut away from Jit Boys. One broken as well. A battle on multiple fronts. Trex is locking it down fully, entirely. A tap from Governor, but now looking this way, that way, 180.
What are you meant to do, dude?
Available for us.
Look at him go, bro.
This is Vitality again. They're just walking all over them.
And I said that Vitality's defense was not amazing, and Talon will look good on the attack side. It doesn't matter if you end up losing this half to this kind of degree. The second half, it's not even really going to get played.
It's just multi-kills and multi-kills every single round.
Money's not good for the next round as well for Talon. Spoiler alert. Probably figured that one out yourself.
They need somebody to go huge on this eco to get them back in. They need an
8-4
half
14 to 3.
Maybe do it with a 9-3 and a pistol.
He's playing so good.
You are really stretching.
Oh my god.
And if they lose this, the series is looking so tough to win, almost impossible. And that's champs on the line for Talon. A team that did a great job of even getting here in the first place.
Back to back as well. Like his actual tournament stats right now must be unreal. Like on par for some of the most mad we've seen. Like yay numbers really that he's putting up at the moment from like that land that he went, well, those lands that he went crazy at.
Big portion of it feels like who is going to be able to get more comfortable on the stage faster. For Vitality right now, they're in large amounts of control. Safe opportunities for him to get onto the board of a couple of these eco kills. Door open wide. Ban can only do so much. Primi.
Yeah, that's my bad. I started talking about his stats.
2 versus 2.
Nump with the prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Here, but
Thank you very much for doing that, bro. Welcome in.
2 massive ultimates available for Vitality. Primi's got a couple of lives available to him, but massive advantage still in favor of Vitality here.
Talon are just so, I think, scared right now. The possibility that a player could have lurked behind them. You can tell, contacted most of the way into this fight. The kicks is going to be taken out.
Everyone has ults.
The jump up as well. That's a punish. Primi, what a peek. Might be trying to make this one workable. Playable.
You got nade, you got ult, you got nade.
Up and over Safe. You have an ult to play
Maybe
with as well.
ult isn't the one to use anymore.
Through Paranoia, blinded, or not quite, avoided. Jit Boys though sticking this one. What is the play right now?
Okay, good ult. Back left wall, back left wall, left.
Up against the wall,
Oh,
but it's
that works.
already stuck.
Oh, I was worried he was going to tank that.
Steal that one away. Can it even be
Wait, Primi used his ult here
so. Listen,
at the end? Oh boy.
Count at this point.
And that was the round where they had the weak economy. So it is still possible
He used
for them
his
to get
ult
that
as well.
8-4 half up. Safe was banking there on the fact that Jit Boys was just fake tapping on that first one, scared of the ultimate.
For the econ? It could be for the econ, right?
I mean, based on what we've seen so far today, it's not like it's perfect Valorant. It's not like your opponents are going to be thinking about every
that is close though, man. I feel like Safe just hesitated a little bit, and that cost him.
And it's a tempo increase here with the Paranoia Squad. Not a connection on Descender. He's got to try and drop some of the players, but only himself return to Descender. Ban Up and over here, Rolling Thunder will be sending them sky high. Trex to follow up as well. The TP from behind, Jit Boys, only the one before the trade.
This is way better than fighting early. Like I like some of the stuff they're doing.
A scrappy affair.
It's still good. Where are these bullets going?
But a spot now, where even with the player advantage,
I like that they're fighting a lot heavier, but it's still a nightmare half, even with 4. I mean, 4 with no info sentinel, I guess is alright.
And a peek by Runner, man.
Dude, why does it feel like everyone getting peeked is just getting insta one-tapped?
These moments where they're just slowing it down into the mid-round, contacting a lot, is throwing Talon for such a
The guy's sitting on an off
I
angle.
really love the attack macro. I think the whole of Vitality have got this drilled into them beautifully.
They're slamming the off angles, yeah. They are slamming the off angles.
Need one of these players left alive to come up
30
with the
seconds
play.
left.
It might just come down to these timings with 24 seconds left once more. Double tap here, Primi. Peak timing. Just misses it.
No, and he gave them info. It's so doable.
A single bullet to the chest will drop him. Kicks. Still going to be going for the plant. Satchel through and across.
We go
The damage done there is Governor dropped into.
Yeah, that's the 1
1v1
HP. Yeah.
Aftershock pushes back Primi. Only for a moment here. Down to it. Which player will spot each other first? And with the damage done to Kicks, Primi might just be favored. Repositions, rotating around. Smoke props up. Just spotting each other. Bodies passing by, and Primi with the tap as well. But Kicks, the issue is not forced out of him. This guy's cold with it.
My, even the
Cold
clutches, dude. Even the clutches.
Really beautifully read there from Kicks.
Yeah, he played it very
I don't
well.
think anybody is sticking that diffuse. When both players see each other and you dip into a smoke, Kicks has got the perfect read on what's happening there. Not even worried. And that's a round where Talon would have been hoping that their new acquisition was able to skill things across the line. Take down Runner, take down Kicks, and yet the rookies on Vitality prevail.
Wallah, your eyes cold. Best Estonian player in champion.
That's true. Estonian Player of the Week, again,
Of course.
for 92 weeks running or
Winning
whatever.
these awards, man. He's racking them up. It's unreal.
And Talon have just resorted to just fighting heavy. We saw like 3 fighting here. We now got 4 fighting over towards B. They're just gambling.
Barely any ultimates, barely any weaponry.
And playing against one of the best pistol round teams we have at the tournament.
So it's even unlikely into the second half.
Talon
They're online today. Yeah, they look really good, man. It's been an impressive half.
They can land it in maybe an unexpected spot for the retake. If they break this trip, of course, though, eyes are going to be looking backwards. People like Runner, people like Trex.
Yeah, and this is a free A site at the moment.
Already site control.
We have Cruz that could maybe try to do a fade eye to get a kill from the smoke, but I think he wants to save it for retake.
Down and active, just a slight tap as well, seeing if there's some of that utility.
You don't know how many are on the flank here.
You really don't. There's a TP as well for Rubble, just to clear that one. Talon looking to try and take this one purely.
Dude, no
from the
one's
flank.
pressuring this
Buying
area
time
as
and
well.
space.
Runner.
Jit Boys, maybe to
This
do some
Boombot
work
clear?
and some damage, but Runner's going to be catching the contact here alongside the Boombot. The Horn is beautiful. Annihilation.
Gets
though,
one
it's gonna be
before he
trading
goes
it for
down, he's done
post-mortem, not to be saved on this
Yeah.
outcome. Doors opened up, sees as well. Giving this one up into that 4v4. Now another TP here, but Jit Boy sticking this all the way. Defuse is sticking!
Whoa.
Running
Whoa,
through,
that was
shot into the
close,
face.
bro.
10th round.
Yeah, they almost did it again.
In the lab of Vitality.
They almost did it again.
With how good they've been on these pistol rounds, Josh, man, as we've been saying,
Who?
it just feels
Man, they
inevitable.
got obliterated,
It
bro.
certainly
This
does.
was a
This
very
is the
nice half from
Vitality that people were
Vitality.
looking for. The
This
number
was
2
a
seed
this was a
from
good
the
amount
EMEA.
of like what
Looking
first
almost
4 rounds,
unstoppable in their region
especially when you think
since
about
they
the
swapped safe over to
the
Duelist.
2 buy rounds.
They went
Like the 2
missing at
buy
the
rounds
beginning
was
of their
really
group, but
well
they're
called.
back with
Everything
a
was great,
vengeance.
and then Trex
And
just
Talon
took
have got to pull
over.
out something unbelievable, something special to get back into this.
They really do, but for now as well, we'll send it down to the floor for a nice little interview at the halftime.
Flashes, thank you so much, man, as well. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much, dude. Flashes with the Prime.
Hello everyone,
Thanks so
it's
much for
Bella
the
back
9
with
months.
The halftime interviews.
Appreciate you doing
I'm
that.
joined by a very special NA Game Changers player star. Hello. 안녕하세요. 이제 오늘 이번 챔스의 탈론 경기마다 이렇게 매번 방문하고 계신다고 들었는데 이번 서울 챔피언스 좀 어떻게 즐기고 계신지 먼저 묻도록 하겠습니다. Heard you're
Ross is
here
gonna be
every
mad,
week for
yeah.
all Talon matches. How are you enjoying Seoul Champions?
I love it. I love watching the matches. I like feeling the vibe of like the stadium. It's really fun.
현장에 와서 경기도 보고 이 현장 분위기에 심취하는 게 가장 재밌게 즐기고 계시다고 하네요. 그리고 이제 벤 선수를 응원하기 위해서 이렇게 매일 방문하면서 좀 응원도 많이 해주고 그리고 가장 중요한 건 오늘 경기 들어가기 전
Clove has had one value. I mean, probably.
수 있을 것 같아요.
Bro, I wouldn't be focusing on the Clove
you're
right now.
here
I'd be
every
focusing on the
day
fact
for
they got no
Ben,
info
and I'm sure he
Sentinel
really
though.
appreciates that. Can you tell me what was his mindset going in before today's match?
I think he was just really excited to play. I mean, making champs was definitely one of his goals for the year, and he definitely met that. And now I think he's just hungry to win. So.
이제 정말 이제 그냥 신났고 경기를 할 수 있음에 너무 즐거움을 느끼고 있고요. 그리고
Deadlock? Nah, Deadlock's good. It just needs to be with another. It needs to be with another Sentinel, and you need to have good thought process behind it.
NA 게임 체인저스 선수시잖아요. 이제 탈론이 컴백을 하기 위해서 좀 어떤 변화를 주면 좋을지 물어보고 싶습니다. You're also a game changers player. What do you think Talon needs to do to make a comeback?
Honestly, I think they all just need to step it up. They look like they're sleeping on the stage a little bit. Like this is not how they usually play.
Oh,
they're
they're
a lot
sleeping.
better than this. So.
Blazing's off. Thank you again, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 10 months. A Brim is better than a Clove here? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Dude, the thing that doesn't make, in my opinion, doesn't make sense here is like with a Clove you want to gamble, and to gamble you need to have info on one of the positions that you're gambling.
We always highlight the importance of it. This time, it's a necessary win for Talon,
Doesn't
but
make the
again,
most amount of sense.
They are being
Like
clean with it.
every smoker
like
is better right now than the Clove for like value, for sure. It's a bad comp. But if this was a Cypher, then you could make it actually be better than the Brim or the Omen. But
purely setting up
with this comp,
center and safe. Now anchoring the B site.
Mention these players, are they going to try and pivot this one? Okay, there's a Paranoia primed with the door opened wide, but they don't spot any players.
Unless your gamble is like deadlock util and then you anchor the site as a Clove.
Doesn't have any smokes for another 5 seconds. So
have I been influenced by the TMB? Again, I don't think Clove is great. I just think that Clove is better than he. Clove is better than he thinks. First of all, and teams just play it wrong. Like that's basically where I'm at.
Quite nice.
We've rarely seen it played right.
Don't expect that one. Down close to the floor. Prowler will not be clearing it.
Okay, let's go pistols. We're at a 1-0 pistols.
Now up in their face, Cruz. Couple of knives away. Gives safe that time into prime that nade. Still runner out through the back of the site and he's got to do quite a bit. He's lucky not to be dead. Governor just did not clear the corner properly, even though he's inside the camera. Already that aftershock, pushing him back and away. Prowler in the face. Kicks. He's already in there. Getting stuck straight into the fight. Players flooding all the way through. Vitality.
Jesus, how are we not clearing back a site? Nice smokes though from Sender. The smoke was everything.
And the map is just being stolen away right now from Talon.
Two pistols.
Talon have never been
Gonna be a fast one. Surely not a back-to-back stomp day.
Prerequisite for any kind of theft to have occurred. And it's the same 2 players, Trex and Kicks, doing such a great job. They were anchoring B when it looked like Talon were going to be heading there, and then as they make the pivot, using those Clove smokes to supplement the Omen smokes there on C, it's again Trex and Kicks anchoring, getting those kills.
I said it would be close,
playing incredibly for the team. They've got 30 kills between them.
Not wrong.
Rubble fight here and a force up as well.
Dude, we get a force into it. We got no fade eye shooters.
Paranoia flying forwards as well as team to play off all the little bits and pieces. Util down, drop in, and maybe feeding away. Primy has done so much into that
Damn,
spot.
alright, hold up.
Runner,
Heavy armor saved him on this one.
Left. They weren't expecting that.
Dingers.
A slight overheat from Vitality.
Tilt by, it's not even tilt by, it's just we need to win around here.
Healthy. The others aren't.
And they're holding for this push as well.
Can't give him 12.
Maybe even expecting that they were already going to be up onto that site. With the slightest amount of discipline.
Yeah, it gives us at least a little bit of a closer game.
The tiniest of lifelines.
It would be a long, long road back.
Damn, look at him go, bro.
Where you get that big
jumps up with the
output.
classic as well.
Using the aggression of other players to be able to trade off them. He is top of the scoreboard, but far away from being top.
Yeah, has a good gun to farm them now.
The players on the other side.
Trex has just been a monster this entire map. He had very high peaks as well during EMEA playoffs.
He certainly did.
Showcasing very similar form, at least so far. For now, Vitality down to those weaker buys as well. I mean, Kix has managed to get himself at least some sort of gun as well, just because the way that Vitality manage their economy off the back of pistol rounds. They usually keep one player just so they can buy rifles. But I doubt they'll be able to get too much damage done just with the Spectre in hands. A tap from Governor. He's very scared at a trap play potential because, listen, every round counts. You can't afford to let anyone slip.
It actually looks like a trap play on the other side of the map. You see the cam inside tree.
What value because he overhealed? Oh, that's why he tanks that thing. Yeah, that's nice.
Kicks. There is a chance that players inside tree could get caught. The Talon don't appear to be drifting in that direction.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna need they're gonna need a lot more of that.
Doesn't get broken for Vitality. All this util flying out towards B. To fake though, and now they're going straight back into A. Ban only the one before the trade comes through. Now Talon might just want to get fully into this B side as well. They're going walkabouts as the danger zone, especially when you're up against the eco, but still.
Yeah, you want a free gun? Here's a free gun.
The jar. They take it in another direction entirely. Pivot over towards C will be that free plant.
3v4 where two of the players actually have some weaponry to work with.
Yeah, they gave him a free gun here.
Still have to be disciplined in this spot.
Plan for Mount, they're all going to be played back there.
Like all the people, they did a 3-1-1 default, and the 1-1s had both guns that they could give to the other team to upgrade. It's
nicely. Primi, however, though, with the Outlaw, I mean, his weapon's one of the best, and he's playing pretty deep in.
It's a strange angle.
He has to not get caught.
Up and over, but as soon as the cage has popped up as well, he realizes there's some danger there. Runner taps it, forcing out the spam. Now realizing nobody's quite on this one.
Oh.
Again, the gun should sail them through quite nicely. Through most of it. If the guns don't, the time pressure certainly will. And nice bit of precision at the end there on display by Primi.
Snappy shot. Yeah. One away from the ult as well. And now we get to see a rifle round to some degree. I mean, Talon are going to have all right weaponry heading into their bonus. The economy tends to be a bit better for the team that breaks the pistol. So they're going to be coming in with Outlaw, 2 Vandals. It's going to feel much more like a rifle round. Can Talon keep this momentum going at just a little longer?
Trex has got an Odin. Spam's
Trex has got an Odin, yeah, he wants to do it back to them. Okay, so instead of them shooting...
Spam, though, doors open wide as well. He's going to be under a lot of pressure.
What a flick.
Oh,
yeah, bullet
okay, hold up.
Governor just shrugs it off.
Yeah, they dealt with this fast, man. This is probably the fastest we've seen people get over towards door to punish someone being him. Got a smoke to make sure you avoid the fade eye if there is a fade eye.
Remember how many 5v3s they lost in that first half. 3 in a row. Vitality looking to try to equalize this by taking a risk. Safe and Kicks doubled up, pushing out through B. It's where the spike is, but I think they'll just miss the timing.
It's an awkward one. Runner, jump spotting. Here's the horns.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to jump peek that one. Fade eye and someone shooting. Boom bot as well, close. Still away from Razor.
Don't give up a Rubble control this whole time. Still locking it down just in case they do want to drift back into that direction. Safe is also going on. Re-exploration, punished for it. Jip Boys drops him. 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left.
That's an unusual one.
Strange angle to be fighting on. Yeah. Actually, from both of those players, Safe and Jip Boys.
Stopped at 20 health though, and now doesn't feel like it's over towards A, but they should see this door rotating.
I mean, maybe 20 HP.
Time is running short here. There's no way Sender's going to be playing spoiler. Surely not. Haunts broken TP up and over. Dodging most of the nade as well. He wants to make a go of this one. This is getting
yeah, might as well. You can at least get info for a trade, hopefully.
All of it. It's ruling that site with a nice iron fist, and so runners once more left to do quite a bit into this spot, but unplayable really at this point in a 1v4.
And Talon have done a great job here.
Yeah, they're doing all right, man. It's a convincing bonus.
They decided to actually invest into Vandals. They got rid of the Guardian, got rid of the Spectre.
It was a nice idea. I mean,
they still had the
very fast over towards door.
And they've knocked Vitality down. When Vitality won the pistol, that pretty much should have been game over. Straight through to Sunset, keep that momentum into your map pick, close things out easily. Textbook Valorant. But Talon are fighting. They're not just going quietly.
Yeah, pulling whatever hidden reserves are left, honestly. Not willing to give up because the whole year's building up to even just make this event. You do not want to be going out early as one of the weakest teams at the event. It's just not where their expectations are going to be leveled. Doesn't matter about anybody else's.
Just had to
Talon's
call
a
me
huge
out,
risk
yeah.
just signing
It's,
Premier in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
They had a
Getting
team
closer.
that was making it to that playoffs level, and they chose to take a gamble to try to push.
I mean, they got
the
eco on this.
and it worked. I think prior to signing
2-9
Primi,
loss
they did actually
bonus.
look a
You
little
can maybe
weaker
get
than
some
Team Secret. Got Primi in.
fingers,
They just
buckies.
needed that one win against their rivals, and they beat Team Secret, with Primi having really huge impact in that game.
The TP there.
They get to champs.
It's
I mean,
just
they
like
double their take. If you want to talk about what that
it's a
actually does,
risk.
so you're just
It's
making it
fine.
to champs too. Doubling their take from the
You have to
champs
do
skins.
something.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge already for any organization.
Money.
Should already be considered a win, but they're competitors. They're here to try to win some of these games too.
Exactly. The money is just almost like, I mean, it's a secondary objective. You're not even worried about it.
At least it's an early timeout from
As a pro
Vitality
player,
here.
your hopes and dreams rest on lifting a trophy, and there's no trophy bigger than the one that's at the end of this event.
Vitality are going to have to take an eco round, and they're also taking their first tactical timeout of the match. They were running away with the game. It was very comfortable, so this is the first time that they've really had to adjust anything.
Yeah, it's the first time they actually have to think about something.
Going wrong for them a little bit is that they're not catching Talon with their utility when they peak. A lot of the peaks are actually ended up being kind of dry.
Okay, so they got the hero
Now,
gun
I'm not a big
on
fan
runner.
of the way that Vitality play their defense on this map.
Oh.
I think their attack
Looks
is
like they might try and
immaculate.
set him
I
up.
think they're wonderful with that. Their defense, though, they don't lean into playing those big, heavy retakes, saving utility, bit of plant denial, get into good spots, flood retake. I don't really see that from Vitality in the same way that you do from the Americas teams when they're playing the Breach Fade comp on this map. I think it's an area they could improve
Guys.
on. But Runner with the only hero rifle.
Guys.
Early.
Do not be doing
He's
that.
the one who takes point there, hoping that players will just walk into him, and he was blessed with it.
What are we doing?
But Talon, patient. Jitboys needs to
What is with
this spot. He
teams
can't afford to
walk
die.
facing
that's
one
a
ways
lovely adjustment.
against ecos?
Snaps to the header
I
runner.
see it non-stop.
Moves him from the fight, but the rifle will be reclaimed into the hands of safe now. Orbs farmed up. Talon trying to play towards some of these key pieces of util ultimates.
And with the door open, they could be going in either direction.
Yeah, with now
Nice
with
jump
that
spot
death,
from
you got to
Flex.
use your ult
He's pretty
really to
confident
secure
now that
this.
This is going to be a C hit.
Smoke fades though, he's going to have to back off here. Still, they hear this one. Do they have any sort of protocols? Yes, they do. Satchel away.
They've
Trick.
still
He's
alive with the
praying
gun,
that he
but
survives here,
13
sees off into the
HP.
back as
Oh,
well.
okay,
Sink
hold up.
Over the shoulder, but he has been
Hold up,
cleaned
they did okay
damage.
damage, man. It's
Done with
not
that ghost
too
in
bad
hand,
right
still
now.
as Talon barreled
Could
their way
push
over
behind
most
to
of
get
this
the
one here. Now,
gun.
Cruise to
That
the
would
plan
probably be
will
one of
not
the
be
good calls
stuck.
right now.
Primi defends
Oh, okay,
though.
well.
He's pretty certain he knows what that
Oh.
last player is. Jitboys.
It's got close,
Ensure
man. They actually
the
did pretty
death
good
isn't in
damage.
vain.
Vitality should be
What an
relatively happy with
important
that.
round for Jitboys to be coming online. If he takes that fight towards B and he loses it, that's probably the round. Massively important that he won that fight. I'm not sure he should have been taking it in the first place, to be honest, but they really wanted to apply that B pressure, and they did. He brought things back into a 4v4. But let's see what that Vitality tag timeout was looking to accomplish. They're one away from Showstopper, from Rolling Thunder.
It's another
Massive
rebel fight as well.
ultimates.
Yeah, massive ultimates. Barely there, and kills will do it. Grant it, earn it. Governor's up and over as well with a TP. That's a reveal. I'll just say, they
nice
still
though.
want to take this fight
Really
straight up
good
into their
TP.
face.
What?
TP's
Whoa.
around center. It's cutting up ankles and potentially cutting up players.
Damn,
Team
this
all
is
in front of
sick.
Set this play up.
This
Governor
was sick,
had nowhere to
though.
run. Just hopping up and down into the same spot here. That's barely 20 seconds into the round. A pivot has to be played now by Talon. But we can see this trip into his face. Kicks is also holding it. Broken. He's missed the timing though. Primi's passed it and he's squaring up for the fight, but not going to be given it. Slow and steady by Vitality. Realizing that they're a player up. They've got them relatively surrounded. There is that weak point up towards heaven.
All goes
shot.
down.
Trex
Probably
decided
got to
not
expect them to
break it,
push
waited
you
for
once
reinforcements
you
first.
don't hear a
Through
plant.
here.
Damn,
Trying to
nice.
take point and contact
Oi,
still.
oi,
Kicks. You cannot be dominated.
Oi.
This. My God, a six-piece available, and here
Bro, that's
goodness me.
is that the first? Have we seen that in a
Unbelievable
VCT?
play.
I don't think so, bro. Dude's been
Not just the
quiet,
ace,
man. He's
the
been
6 piece
quiet,
on
but
top.
that was incredible.
This
He had good
rookie player
util
has
in this as
never
well. I mean,
aced in
the
VCT
ult
before,
play was
and
awesome.
he's just brought that out at Champions.
That's a hell of a way to do it. Yeah. My goodness,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
his ult here
What a
was
beautiful
great
setup
as
with the
well.
Rolling Thunder as well, re-clearing through that position after Safe got caught
Dude,
in the
look
grab
at
net.
his aim
These
here, it's
peaks
perfect.
are abominable from Talon, let's just put it as it should be. Not playing around Primy's ultimate, not swinging together. They fed into kicks, but he was there and he delivered for all 6.
There's 6 of them.
He's got 20 kills.
Yeah. That is composure in the moment.
Yeah, I
as well.
mean,
You've been
he
swerving
was
bodies and,
he was
as
near
you
the
mentioned,
bottom
listen, the
with
peak
that, but
wasn't great from Talon.
that
It was very
helps.
individualistic.
It was a
All over
lovely
the
round
place.
from him.
There's
Everything
so
was
many
real
things
good.
they could have synced up there. I mean,
6 of
Primy
them
is
as well.
ulting.
They're
They
doing
can try
great,
to double
man.
swing the other 2 players.
Double
They can
pistols
try to
really
wait
helped
until
to make
Primy
them
comes
like
out of ult and
snowball a
swing
little
with
bit,
that.
but
Yeah.
They can have Primy swing first as well, so that he actually tries to get
they
some
also
value
lost the
from the ult
second round,
itself.
so it's not
Sting's
outrageous.
going very lost in that moment, but playing perfectly into Vitality's hands.
Yeah,
With
kicks.
kicks getting 6.
I mean, capitalizes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Talon's timeout is the last one that they've got as well. They were saving it for a rainy day, which happens to be now. It probably was a while ago as well, if we're being fair, but it's a 6 rounds difference, and it would have to be perfect from here on out from Talon.
Right there.
Fully grouped up again with 5 of them. Set the sights over towards C Mound as just
They
one
still got
objective
some
they wanna fight
okay,
over.
like,
They're
attacking
gonna be lacking a
ults.
lot of this map
They
control
could
as well off
reset
the rip
them,
here.
but
Vitality
Money's still so good that you have to win 2.
Runner has got his full setup over towards this C side. TP into spawn. Jitboy's inside the one-way. It's pinged out of Paranoia. Did not connect. Jitboy still collects that kill. Runner, with him drop the setup is down.
How
on his
has he
team.
ever
Easy
won that
access central
duel?
through alongside the flash as well. And Util flying forwards. Jitboy cannot hold his own. Needs that backup. It needs it now.
Whoa, Kicks is feeling it, bro.
This way, that way. Showstopper. It's all an abundance of Util. And enough to save the day here for Vitality.
Yeah, dude, Kicks
Clean
just
sweep unless Ban
tanked
has
it.
something to say about it.
Tanked the fatal and just carried on
All
dueling.
broken, but they know where Ban is. Prowler towards his back, running him down, racing him down. Individual fights earned and utilized.
Hey,
The Vitality
very
in the
nice
end
from
with that
Vitality.
discipline.
This was
Doubling
impressive,
up
man.
to seal up the
There
map.
was a good amount of good game
huge
plan.
run for
A
Vitality
lot
to
of
take.
individuals doing insane
In
stuff.
control the entire
Double
time. We got
pistols.
highlight moments.
Like, yeah, that
Beautiful
was
macro
it was a
calling.
stomp.
And Safe finishes things off with the defuse. One of the big